The curtain comes up on a wide-eyed country kid getting off a bus, leaving the open space of the farm or some ocean of grain in order to find fame and fortune in the big city. The orchestra plays a love song or two before the perennial happy ending. It's a charming tale, but for Rob Scher, not a very realistic one. You see, Rob's story is the exact opposite. He didn't leave the quiet forest trail for the urban jungle, but the other way around.
I grew up in New York on Long Island, and I moved away. I went to California for 14 years or so, and then moved here to Park City. Had enough of the big city life. I was ready for this kind of life. I mean, it's a beautiful place to be. Instead of, 10 million people, I look at 10 million trees. A lot better.
Even though his childhood was spent among the towering skyscrapers of Long Island, Rob wasn't unfamiliar with off-roading because of the family three-wheeler. His move to Park City, Utah, allowed him to add to those memories in a way he could never have imagined. And he can do it within a few miles of home.
We're at Wasatch Mountain State Park outside of Midway. There's dozens of miles of interconnected trails from easy greens to blue intermediates and even experts. There's a single track for motorcycles. And pick up a trail map at the visitor center and you should be good to go.
Wasatch State Park, a mere 40 minutes from population centers like Salt Lake City and Provo, Utah, along State Highway 6, rises high above the Heber Valley into a mottled smattering of autumn splendor. As the most developed of Utah's state parks, Wasatch offers 36 holes of golf, along with plenty of space for picnicking and hiking. It's the miles of ATV trails that really set the park apart, however. The trails take riders through a world every bit as breathtaking as the fall roads of Martha's Vineyard on the East Coast, and allow for a lot more off-road fun. Rob isn't the only rider experiencing the beauty of a mountain ATV trek today. While he only had to travel 30 minutes to arrive here, others have literally traveled for days. Don and Dennis Frimmer, residents of South Dakota, have taken the drive so they can ride the trails of Utah. They left one country setting for another that is completely different from what they know, and they've done it more than once.
Been there twice this month. It's about 800 miles, a little over 800 miles from here, where Danny, my son, lives, and then I live 500 miles further than that. We started out Saturday night at 10 o'clock, and we got in here at Sunday afternoon at 2:30.
Had a little more time off from work, so we decided to come back out again this weekend and ride out here. Haven't been to this part of the state before. We are very interested in being here in the fall in the Rockies. We have national forests back in South Dakota too, the Black Hills National Forest, and it's a pretty place to ride, but it doesn't have the same amount of color that you do out here in Utah. So getting out here and riding up through the mountains in this time of year when the trees are turning is just a great experience.
There's nothing staged about the journey of these three riders. One has come here to escape the closeness of the city, the other just for a chance to see the beauty of the changing natural world. Their story can't be told in the theater or the local Cineplex. It must unfold along the trails of the West, in a place where fiction and reality collide to form a landscape and a riding experience, unparalleled anywhere else.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look around today. And the weather's gorgeous. The trees are changing color. Beautiful scenery, of course. The mountains. Can't ask for a better day.
I'm 85, but I don't feel 85. I keep doing everything that I wanted to do all my life and couldn't do. And now I'm retired a long time, and I've been doing a lot of the stuff that I've always wanted to do. And this was one of them.
From the landscape of the West, I'm Bob Welty.